Hey you guys, it's Coach Jessica, and I want to talk a little bit about the emotional games that Ed plays with us. One of the things that he tells us is that he's our protector, that he has kept us safe. He's protected us from feelings all of our life. And we listen to those lies and we believe them because we can remember eating something and feeling better, or we can remember, eating something and feeling safer. And even if sometimes the safety we create is the body that we start to become because of the food that we're eating, sometimes we create a fat layer to protect us. And so we do think of Ed as this soothing person, this part of us that actually helps us, when in fact we have to stop seeing him as a rescuer. What he is a saboteur. He doesn't ever do anything good for us. What he does for us does not serve us well. He says, let me rescue you. Let me help you. I've always been there for you. And the truth is, the reason that you have health issues, the reason you have obsession, the reason that you live your life in fear and you avoid things and you don't feel good about yourself is Ed. He doesn't protect you. He's not the good guy. He isn't. He never ever plants a thought that actually helps you make a good decision. Every single thought is sabotage. So then there are a lot of questions about, well, how do I deal with these thoughts that I have? How do I deal when I feel angry, when I feel tired, when I feel lonely? How can I get through life without Ed? And I was afraid of that too. I'm someone that didn't want to give him up. I didn't get well partially because I thought I needed Ed. I needed the buffer. And the reality is, Ed makes you numb to certain feelings, but guess what? He makes you numb to good feelings too. I didn't feel pain when I was shoveling down food, but I also couldn't fully feel joy or happiness or peace. If you don't have Ed, what happens is you do have to fully feel some of those negative emotions: sadness, pain, fear. But feeling them allows us to work through them and release them. When we push them down and we never fully feel them, they grow inside of us and they keep rising up over and over. We keep having to push them down. And what we also don't get to feel is those great emotions. So in sitting with fear, we talk about temporary strategies. Mary posted a video about temporary strategies, like things you can do, like, put white strips on so you don't eat. Like, how do I get through these situations? But they are temporary, short-sighted, short-term strategies. Long-term, the answer is allowing yourself to fully feel. And you will work through things that you've never, ever worked through before. I think it's so important to let yourself feel fear. And actually, most of the time, the fear that we have or the feeling that we have is not nearly as bad as what Ed has built it up in our minds to be. And so the actual emotion doesn't feel as bad as we thought that it would. And once we actually feel it, we can let it go instead of having to push it down and feel it again and push it down and feel it again. It's a bad cycle. Ed does not rescue you. He sabotages you. And boy, when you can fully feel and you really, really feel joy, when you feel freedom, when you feel peace for the first time, you get it. You understand that feeling all your feelings is one of the greatest parts of being free from Ed's grip, because it feels like a whole different level. And so I invite you to sit with your feelings. Let yourself feel. Let yourself let it go. If you need to cry, scream, get angry, reach out to somebody, tell someone something you've held in for a long time, do it. But don't push it down. Ed is not our protector. There's nothing good that he does for us. If you're hesitating to fill out that Ed eviction notice, some of you said, but I think I need him for this reason. I think, how do I deal with emotions without him? You actually do deal with them. Ed doesn't help you deal with emotions. He helps you temporarily squash them. And ultimately that builds up and it spills over, and we become ill in our minds, in our bodies, and in our spirits. So don't fall for the lie that Ed protects you or does anything good for you. Thanks for listening. Bye.